Alright, welcome back everybody. This is Gemini Brian, and we're on episode 3 of My Forever World, and today starts the build. In the last episode, we got this foundation set up. It's not a full foundation, but just kind of mapped out what it was going to look like. I did come over here and build a little temporary stairway down into the storage area. And also, off camera, I went on an adventure, got in my boat and sailed around the ocean and through some rivers, and found some. Where am I? Found the Badlands, and got some light gray terracotta, which I like to use for floors, and just some regular terracotta. I'll have to go back and get more. Um, I also sailed around finally after forever sailing, or boating. I'll call it sailing, boating. Found a bamboo jungle. This was super important because it's hard to build anything without scaffolding, without having to pillar up and pillar down and all that kind of stuff. Made a little stonecutter tool here. Um, yeah, that was quite an adventure. But I also found two warm oceans with coral, so that'll be nice. I have a general idea where those are. They're off that way. It turns out that this ocean here is connected to another whole ocean through a river system, and the river system goes to another ocean, which goes to a river system, which leads into the Badlands. So that was kind of my journey: was across the ocean to the Badlands, through some rivers, through an ocean to the bamboo jungle, and I got a little bit of cocoa and a couple of jungle saplings. Let's see. Yeah, I got some acacia saplings, a couple of jungle saplings, and I also went and chopped down a bunch of birch. I think I've got everything I need to start. I cooked up some stone. I should build more um, furnaces over here. Eight's a little much. We'll build some furnaces over here. Oh, and I also got my cows penned up. You see my little pet dog there. So over here, created a pen. This was kind of the pre-built area where the horses and cows were. So I magically got a couple of leads. I won't say how I got those. So yeah, penned up the cows, and I had some sheeps penned up here. And I typically do this so it's easy to get in and out of the area without having to jump around and stuff. And I had a bunch of sheep in here. Unfortunately, wolves can come through here, and I came back from my trip, and there was just one wolf sitting in here and no sheep. And I had one bone, and fortunately that bone was able to tame the wolf. So now I've got my dog over here. But when I set up, well, when I find some more sheep, and there's some up there, I'm going to have to get rid of those pillars, because there's some more wolves around here too, and sort of protect those sheep a little better. Hey puppy, you're a good boy now, aren't you, after killing like 12 sheep? I don't need to feed you for a while. It is almost dusk. So yeah, I've got my got some building materials. Most of my wood is over there, and I've got my scaffolding. So I am ready to start. Oh, that's right. I need to put down the furnaces here. I am ready to start building. So I will be right back in the next daytime, and we'll get this started. Alright, it's daytime and we're back. I set up a little temporary bed over here so I don't have to run back to the house all the time. And let's get started with some scaffolding that I guess I'll put right here. I want this, let me go ahead and grab this terracotta flooring. And I don't have enough, so I'm gonna have to make some flooring out of wood. And how would I? Maybe I'll put the terracotta just in the hallway here. Whoa, that's not good. I was trying to figure out which was the best way to which way was the best way to get down into the basement, and I ended up making that other stairwell there. Yep, so let's make some wood basement. Some wood flooring basement. I can speak. Alright, let's start to get this flooring in here. I really need to fill out the concrete so that I don't make mistakes like this. That doesn't go there. Let's get these doorways in. That should help a little bit. There's a doorway. Here's a doorway. And there's a doorway. And over there's a doorway. So let's get this in. Oh, don't. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put all this concrete in, or the cobblestone in, to help prevent confusion. That's always a problem with me with these big builds, like theirs. That's the end, right? Yeah, that's the end. Okay. Let's start to lay this wood in. Yeah, without the cobblestone, where do I put the wood? About here, I think. We'll start filling in this main foundation. So all of this will end up being covered up by walls and other things. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this wood flooring. I just kind of laying it down temporarily because I didn't have enough gray terracotta. But honestly, I think eventually this whole floor is going to have to get raised up one level. We'll see what happens as the build goes on. Put some flooring down, just real basic. And then from this point, I want 7, yeah. Seven high, and then one more. I'm gonna need more cobble. I'm going to use the cobble just for framing. Yeah. Let's do a quick time lapse here. Spread all this out. Get the roof frame done here. Minecraft, the art of walking backwards. Oops. There's still more to go. God, this build is way too big. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking I like big. I don't know. Let's get kind of a center line part of the foundation framework going. Yeah, that'll work. Ow! I'm not real good at working with scaffolding. I mean, you need it, right? But, I suppose I should go ahead and get these corners put in. The corner frame. I think I'm starting to learn. Maybe. You know, you do what you think works, and then you learn to do more. Learning a little bit. I'm not sure I need these scaffolding at all for this if I can, you know, pillar up correctly. Hey, look at that. Oh, what next? Another center line. Still building the scaffolding. Because I'm a slow learner. Alright, let's get this frame in here. Yeah, there we go. Now it's starting to look like a real box. It's a Brian box. Alright, well that was something. That should be it for the basic frame. Now I'm gonna have to do something about the front entrance, I think. Alright, we got some basic framing done here. There's going to be a decorative second floor, I think. So there won't really be a ladder up there, but there will be something up there with lights. Once I can get to the nether or find some other, you know, glowstone or some other type of light, frog lights maybe. But let's concentrate now on just the first floor, and we'll try and get the rest of this flooring in. I don't have much to work with yet, but that's sort of the nature of the first build, right? You use the materials you have. Yeah, personally I find it easier to do like this placing two at a time. It's a nice rhythm with the mouse. Tap, 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 tap. I'm gonna need a new axe. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, while I was at the Badlands, there was also a desert, and was able to get a few stacks of sand so I can make some glass, because what good is a build without windows? Oh, good lord. Okay, last room. Get these doorways in. And let's finish up this wood flooring. Hopefully I got enough wood here. That's what she said. Yeah, I don't know what I'm thinking, because there's clearly 3 blocks on one side of that stairway down and 2 on the other. It's going to cause me no end of grief until I fix it. Okay, so this will be the front door. Come in into this room or that room. How much? I've got quite a bit left. Let me see if I can get the rest of this terracotta in. I do a lot of this backwards placing. Is that how y'all do it, or you have a different method for when you're placing blocks in a row like this? Yeah, I can see it. There's something wrong. Oh, I'm seriously one piece away. Alright, yeah, I knew I was gonna have to go back to get more of that, but holy crap. I'll throw that in there just as a placement. A temporary block. Now we can start to think about what does the exterior look like? What does the exterior look like? I definitely want to have a multi-layered approach here. It's not just going to be a flat wall. Give it some depth and dimension. Move these scaffolds out. That block looks funky. What is that? That's weird. Okay. Don't. Yeah, I don't know if it's the version of Java, the runtime that I'm using, but a lot of times when I break things, they never clump together in just one group. Yeah, I kind of did a quick edit. It jumped forward here. And it was not a great edit, so I apologize for that. Yeah, I was basically decided that I want to have the stripped birch log as the main exterior wall, and have these oak logs for decoration. I think it provides a good contrast in color. Oh. Yeah, the terracotta just wasn't working. I think the part that got cut out, I tried a few different blocks to see which would work well with the kind of color scheme that I want. Is this the right spot? Yeah, this is the right spot. Tap, tap. What happened there? Yeah, that's okay. Let's do it this way. I didn't really have a real plan for this. I'm just kind of making it up as I go. Which is probably how the foundations get off. I guess I need more wood. Trees haven't grown yet. And there's a lot of trees that make up this build. All of the tree growing and tree harvesting will get edited out in the final, I think, because that's kind of boring to watch. I mean, I might include one time lapse of chopping down trees, but it's the same thing. Grow trees, chop down trees, place the logs. Is here? Yeah. Okay. Let's keep this going right. Yeah, I think I'll just place a sideways row of logs here, kind of frame the exterior wall. And then we'll go down and take a look and see how that works out. Ow! We're gonna keep putting the birch on here. And some oak log. Wait, that doesn't look right. Why do I have extra cobble? 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3. What have I done? Oh, well, I extended the whole thing out, so I'm gonna have to replace this cobble with birch. Yeah, there's 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. I'm just so confused. What have I done? Yeah, that looks right. Okay. But this side doesn't look right. Oh. You need a plan. Why didn't you have a plan? Yeah, this should even it out. It should. Yeah, there's only one on the inside. There's two from the outside, two on the end, two columns of birch. Still, though, what? Yeah, let me do a count here. Okay, that's right. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait, the other one has 11. Oh! Alright, let me sleep on it and do better in the morning. Do I really have to bring this whole side out one? Yes. Dang it. Alright, well then I just need to get rid of that inner row of cobble. And then replace that with wood, and then this will be 11. Oh, but that's going to mean that this... Okay, I didn't do too much there. Alright, lay the wood down. No, not there. Ah. No, that should gather up all my droppings. Count, count, and count again. Alright, I need to grab more materials. Now this should be right. I just got to scaffold up. And hopefully not fall and... Yeah. Yeah, I need the scaffold. And the cobble there should work. Because it's going to get covered up. Is that right? Yeah, it's going to have to come out one more. So cobble on the bottom, and then pillar up with some logs. Yeah, like that. Don't need that dirt. Alright, now I think it's looking a little more correct. And then just wrap this stone brick stairs around. No, but I'm going to need something in there. Because I'm going to have to put the wood logs on the bottom, so probably dirt or something to go into the foundation. Yeah, right? Like, yeah, that's how I have it. Oh my goodness. Now I'm running out of room on this side. I'm going to put more dirt down so I don't keep falling off here. Yeah, this looks good. Right. Ah, I'm going to need more dirt. Okay, I went and got some more dirt. Let's kind of move this out so I don't feel so restricted. And this will be the layer that those wood logs go on. Yeah, just wood logs, right? Just like that. Then we can put more of the strip birch oak and switch strip birch logs and see if we can mimic the other side. I mean, I want it to have some personality, but it is going to be fairly symmetrical. Okay, there's 1, 2, 2. Let me check again. I know I've done something wrong. What have I done wrong? It looks okay from this side. Oh, I need to think about this more. Definitely that cobble's got to get covered up, I think. I believe it's got to get covered up, right? I'll have to sleep on it again. Because this long sleeping night really refreshes my mind. Feel awake, alert, and perky. Oh, the trees are grown. And it's raining. Okay, what do I want to do? I want to place these logs down. Here. No, wait a second. I'm supposed to cover the cobble. Yeah, that's not right. It's gonna go here. Yeah. Yeah, right there to cover the cobble. I don't know why this was so hard for me to figure out. Now we just need to fill it on the... Ow! Ow! Alright, that should look right. Does it look right? Finally? Maybe? Alright, well I think we're going to call this episode right here. Be sure to turn in for the next one as we continue this build and get it close to completion. This is Gemini Brian. I want to thank you all for joining, and I will see you in the next episode.